I was 15 and a half. It was my first time meeting the Lubavitcher Rebbe. I want to tell you, as a young teenager, I was very impressionable. But this really swept me off my feet. I was standing right next to the Rebbe upstairs. It was the prayer of Mincha. And suddenly, I saw how the Rebbe lifted up his long garb, his long coat called a sirtuk, in order to take a handkerchief in his right pocket. And I was able to notice on the Rebbe's pants beautiful pleats. At that moment, a very materialistic young man I looked at this and I said, it doesn't make sense. The Rebbe has such class. How is it possible that a man which is so holy, so connected to the highest possible spheres, has influence over the whole world, is dressed in such a classy way? You might think, this is so insignificant. So why are you affected by this, Shai? Well, at that age, I want to tell you, I was completely mesmerized. I just couldn't understand it. But this is what the Rebbe represents. You could have your head in the heavens, but your feet are well anchored on earth. You have rabbis which are very knowledgeable in Kabbalah, in Talmud, in Jewish law, in philosophy. But to be able to be so anchored and know exactly how to feel the pulse of the generation and what the needs are. The Rebbe understood this and was able with class to give everybody their place. When I turned 20 years old, I wrote a letter to the Rebbe. And in this letter, I expressed what my resolution would be for my birthday. I certainly did not expect the Rebbe, being an individual that receives more personal mail than the President of the United States of America, would take the time to answer a young man for a birthday resolution. But within 10 days, I received a letter response that the Rebbe would pray for me, and there was a message of appreciation for the resolution I took upon myself. What was it? It was simply the fact that I would be on time for each one of the learning periods in yeshiva. And for the first 10 minutes, I would not talk to anybody and I would be fully focused in my studies. This is something that the Rebbe appreciated so much that he gave me an answer. Imagine that week, in that 10 days, the Rebbe received between 4,000 to 10,000 letters. And out of all these letters, I had the merit to receive an answer. And this taught me a tremendous lesson in life. Sometimes we focus so much on the quantity, how much we need to do, but there's lacking in the quality. The Rebbe tells me, basically, Shai, you want to succeed, don't take goals which are too big. What you can do, do it in a way where you're completely immersed and focused in what you're doing. Like the Hasidic expression says it, Apnimi fueriz is a ringas. When you are a real, true person and sincere person, whatever you do it fully. And this was a tremendous message of the Rebbe. And that's why when people try to go against the Rebbe and then would realize their mistake and ask for forgiveness, the Rebbe would say, don't worry, no hard feelings. I don't have time to be hurt. I'm too busy in my mission. The Rebbe basically gave our generation a mission. Whatever you see that needs to be repaired, if you saw it, it means that you can repair it. But the only way to do it is not to get discouraged by the monumental work that needs to be done to fix the world, but just do your part and do it 10 minutes at a time. Don't live in an alternate reality, which is spiritual, where things are just going to happen. The Torah was given to us in this world, And therefore, if you need to travel to Uganda or to Mumbai or to Iceland, it doesn't matter where you go. Over there, you have a mission. Whether you're traveling, whether you're a businessman doing business, whether you are a mother that's taking care of her children. Every single one of us has a mission. And that mission is to prepare the world and to make it a recipient for Mashiach, for a better, more beautiful world, or the revelation of God in its splendor. Every single one of us has that possibility. On this Gimmel Tamuz, as we commemorate the Hilula of the Lubavitcher Rebbe, it's Wednesday night and Thursday, it is important for every single one of us to take a moment to introspect and ask ourselves, if I had 10 minutes to give of quality time to Hashem, to God, to His mission, to the Rebbe's vision, to my potential, where would I invest this 10 minutes and commit to doing it with joy, with conviction, and Bezat Hashem, with this, we'll be able to transform the world and make it a world where God feels the most welcome.